these three, morality, contemplation, or concentration, and wisdom, these all three combined together, when people kind of preserve that and observe that very strongly, and keep that integrity qualities perfectly, then realization is just blooming, one after another. And that whole period, in a way, 300 times, or 3 times 500, is very lush of the realization time, because people keep those preserved very much, and particularly first 500 years is very big of that, and so therefore it is often named that 500 times of 3, which is 1,500, I think, is named as time of the realization, time of the harvesting the fruit period. Then divided again. Furthermore, it said, after that, then teaching could again continually, but that time is known as then 500 times, again 3, more detailedly, 503 times is then known as the period of the scripture, more kind of academic systems. And this scripture is connected to the Buddha's then 3 teachings, such as 3 basket teachings: Vinaya teaching, Sutra and Abhidharma. So again, divided into that 3, those are time more kind of like academic studying, then studying of these 3 basket teaching, or related with the 3 basket teachings. So now how many? 3 times 500? So that means how much now? How many?
So now we're up to what? 2000, year 2000, I guess. They put us like 500 years before.
3,000, no? 3 times 500 is 1,500, 1,500. So 3,000. So then my first calculation, like 2,500 is wrong. That means 6,000 altogether. I mean, 5 times 500, 10. So 10 times 500. So that means 5,000.
Right.
5,000. Sorry, my calculation beginning was wrong.
This
So
okay?
please delete that from the screen. So now the 3,000, I think, 3,000 years is completed. So 500 times 3 times closed. Second was scripture 500 3 times, so 3,000. And now is then called the period of and so this has again 300. Sorry, not 300. 500 times 3, and which is known as a period of millisymbol, period of the symbol or the name or title of the teaching. And this, so then 500 is 3 times 500 is the period of the million titles of the Buddhism or Taksamdhamma in Tibet. Then last 1,500 years, then just then most teaching going to disappear. That is then the last 500. So all together. This has, of course, what we talk here is very general, but then each great masters has slightly different way to calculate these things, and as also there is slightly different way to interpret these numbers according to Sutra and Abhidharma, Vinaya, and Tantra, and so it has different interpretations. But however, basically teaching will kind of like going to, in a way, weakening. The practice will weakening, and then in the time will come, the teaching will be disabled or kind of like become very low-key. That's the teaching. And then in Buddhdharma, the teaching, Buddha also said in the teaching, this teaching will now in the very developed and shine in the central India, which is now in Varanasi and all those areas, I think, in central India. And then from here upward, then this teaching, the power kind of moves to the southern India. Southern India area, all the south area will become so, teaching will be popular. Then from there, again, it will kind of like begin to reflect into the north. From north to north, it will go and become spread all over. And then finally, then the teaching will come back to the center where it started. And so from north to north, and finally come back. And that said in the teaching very clearly, in that Panjaparama, the teaching. And then in after 2000, I think in about 2000 years, and there is like sutra known as the divine sutra of the predictions of the divine lady, stainless divine lady. Or Tamamaba is, I think, her name. And so Buddha gave the teaching to her, and he predicted that she will become the enlightened beings in future. But in that teaching, said that my teaching will, after 2000, I think, yes, my teaching will go to the face of red face land. Red face land goes to my teaching will go to red face land. And then every Tibetan scholars interpreted that red face is Tibetans. Because they have red checks, I think, in the high altitude. I think they have red checks, and so they always interpret, look at this, Buddha predicted the teaching will come to the red face land, which is Tibetan land. So then others interpreted some other way. So those all like has different Buddha predicted, but then in a, mostly the teaching said it will come back to where the source, where it started. And Venerable said, these days Buddhism is starting a little bit in India. And look at this, this must be, this means. They also said that too. So,